Alright, so I know I'm a bit late to the party on this one, but this is just my overall thoughts on the Galaxy S22 Ultra and also the Samsung Galaxy Tab S8 line of tablets as well. So I was hoping that this would be more of a return to form for Samsung, because this phone is literally just a Galaxy Note, just with a different name. Like, it literally is. Even the design is the more squared off look, and obviously it has the S Pen, but unfortunately it's not, and it's really annoying that Samsung, and not just Samsung, but most companies now just seem to literally just be copying Apple. But they're copying the parts of Apple that people don't like stripping away feature after feature after feature. So yeah, like I really miss the days. I'm getting nostalgic for it, but it was like 4 or 5 years ago when Samsung was known as the anti-iPhone. It had all the features and customization and stuff that the iPhone didn't, and now it's just like we're left with this. So yeah, I mean the main thing that gets to me personally is no micro SD card slot. None. No micro SD card slot for expandable storage. And I know what some people are going to say. Oh, well, this time they go up to a terabyte. Which, yeah, that is surprising that they do actually go all the way up to a terabyte. However, the thing is that that is still. I don't like having fixed storage. Like, the reason I like having expandable storage is, for one, when it fills up, because I have a terabyte micro SD card in my phone currently. I have a terabyte micro SD card in my Note 8, which I've had since day one. And the reason I've never upgraded it is because if I did, there was no phones that really tempted me other than maybe the Note 9. And it's things like also the cut out for the camera and that. I just hate that trend. It just really annoys me. But yeah, and removal of things like obviously the headphone jack is just like gone, but also you don't get the accessories in the box anymore. Like for the 1 terabyte with 12 gigs of RAM, £1,500. I basically just get the phone and a USB cable in the box. Yet somehow, can someone explain to me how come Samsung's cheapest phones, like for example, my sister literally got Samsung's cheapest smartphone last year. It had more stuff in the box than and more features than the top of the range ones. Like it had a micro SD card slot. I think it might have had a headphone jack. I can't remember. But how come their budget ones have more features than their most expensive ones? Now, obviously, I don't want to get I would get the budget ones, but the budget ones you're losing out on the high end screen and camera. I'm not overly fussed on the specs, the rest of the specs on it. To be honest, like as long as it runs fast enough, like I've long stopped caring about specs on phones. I mean, 1 terabyte at least then, but like £1,500. That is a lot of money. Like you're paying hundreds of pounds more as well. Because 100 for me, 128 gig. Nah, no way. Like I've already used 477 gigs out of my terabyte micro SD, and that's without the phone's internal storage. So no. So I'd basically have to go for the terabyte model. And I know a lot of people say, "Oh, there's tons of ways around it. You can use cloud storage or just use USB-C drives and blah blah blah." The thing is, though, that's inconvenient. That is inconvenient. Plus, with micro SD cards, you can carry around multiple of them around if you wanted to. But also, micro SD cards. Now, it's been a while since it's happened, but micro SD cards they generally always bring out higher capacity ones over time. Now, they've been stuck at the 1 terabyte one for quite a while, and to be honest, it was a miracle they managed to do that. But probably one day they probably will bring out maybe a 2 terabyte, or maybe go halfway with a 1.5 terabyte micro SD card. Like that will probably happen, but yeah, it'll be useless with this. And maybe they're less eager to. Maybe they're less eager to because with most phones not having micro SD card slots in them anymore, you know, it just puts people off. Like, I don't get why do the higher end phones not have them yet the budget ones do? I really don't get it. I understand it obviously to, the making money thing, but if I'm paying top money for it, if I'm paying the top price for these phones, then yeah, why? It just feel, and Samsung is the thing is though, the S line is no longer Samsung's best selling line of phones. It's their budget ones, it's their A line of phones. So yeah, this just really makes no sense to me whatsoever. So yeah, if I do ever need to upgrade my phone, which I might do this year, I'll probably go for the Note 20 Ultra just because that is probably the last high-end Samsung smartphone that will have a micro SD card slot in. Now, they could bring it back someday, but this is the second year in a row where they've gotten rid of it. Like, they got rid of it with the S6 line, and they realised that was a mistake because they got a lot of backlash on that. But that was the most dramatic change from, like, the S5 to the S6. Whereas now, just like they're kind of getting away with it a lot more. There's less of a backlash on it. So, yeah, it is just irritating. Now, let's talk about the Tab S8 line. So, I'm mainly going to be talking about the Tab S8 Ultra. So this time there's 3 tablets as opposed to just 2. Now, last year I upgraded to the Tab S7 Plus, which is the tablet I'm actually recording the screen on right now. And yeah, very happy with it. Very happy with the screening. So I'm not going to be upgrading yet, but God, if I can show you in the picture, it's hard to see in the picture, but why the fuck does this tablet have a notch? Why does it have a notch? Samsung, why? Because the other two tablets in this range, the regular Tab S8 and the Tab S8 Plus, they don't have notches. Yet this one does. But it doesn't need to, because it has a bezel anyway. But the thing is, I think the bezel is